This is a crazy day for us. Like Commissioner Whaley outlined, this was December 2023 when we got this passed in the county commissioners, and we're so ignorant. We're not in politics. We're educators, and we're coaches, and we're youth developers, and we're running a nonprofit, very grassroots. For 12 years, we thought maybe it would be built in like a couple months. After that, we didn't know, and we were very naive. But we're so thankful, and on a day like this, we're reflecting on how this came together. And it was when that building got knocked down, and we opened the gates, and Shelby County Schools let us come here, and we have been using this field every week. Hundreds and hundreds of MICR students and alums. We've hosted Division I college matchups here. We've hosted international guests. We've hosted national championships. This is all kind of breaking the rules, by the way. This is not a regulation field yet, but people really love Memphis Intercity Rugby, And Dr. Richmond, I think you do know a little something about rugby because you called this a pitch, and that is a very Eurocentric terminology because rugby was born, in England. But I will tell you, the sport of rugby is an institution that hasn't made room really for low income, at-risk youth, minority youth. You don't see rugby really in the South. And you don't really see rugby in urban communities. And so we feel like we're a little bit of a resistance to that in Memphis. And so we call this a field. Call it a field. And when the ball goes out of bounds, it's going out of bounds, not into touch, okay? We're ditching some of the Eurocentric stuff because we're making rugby our own thing here in Memphis. And so before I get into too much, bear with me, folks, because you're going to hear from some of our alums and our amazing students in a second. I want to make complete room for them to tell their stories because, wow, it's just inspiring to hear their perspective on what this field means to them and how they have breathed life into this investment by just being who they are and overcoming so many challenges and making this sport their own. But I do want to thank Donald Jenkins. Where's Donald Jenkins? Donald Jenkins and Steve Nash from Advanced Memphis down the street have been with us since day one. We opened these gates, cutting this grass, keeping it clean. This is a little bit of a wind tunnel over here, so a lot of garbage blows, and we're cleaning up all the time. And thank you, Donald. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Michael Deutsch, for painting those yellow lines and advocating for this work so long ago. I'm going to miss a lot of thank yous, but Mike Brunn, Sam Coates, your advocacy, we would not be here without you today. So this field's meaningful, not just in Memphis, not just in South Memphis. Commissioner Lowry, this is your district, right? And we're gonna make a legacy here with so many students. We've served 3,500 students since 2012, and this isn't some kind of middle school, summertime or weekend program, after school, soft touch points. We engage students deeply, relentlessly, from middle school to high school, and we have a world-class alumni support program because we do the 3 R's at MICR. Does anybody know the 3 R's of MICR?
Rugby.
I'm just messing with you. I don't expect you to know it, but we're going to keep pushing this, okay? Relational, relentless, responsive. Relational. Like, we have an alumni support program. We're serving kids up to 27 years old, because you don't just quite break out of poverty when you graduate high school, do you? And when we're sending a lot of first-generation college students to Brown University, Dartmouth, Bowdoin, Division I schools winning national championships like Lindenwood and Life, these are the schools that come to Memphis looking for diversity on their rugby programs, believing in a program like this because it's so unprecedented and then a national flagship. And that's why we're getting such incredible results with our alumni. But it doesn't just happen. We have to continue to support, continue to invest. That's why we've hired 110 of our own alumni since 2012. And we've poured more than $500,000 into their pockets as compensation for their roles as coaches, mentors, tutors, line the field, film the game, drive the kids. You're going to hear from TJ Hampton in just a second, who started on day one in 2012 as a freshman at Power Center Academy in Hickory Hill. And he'll tell you his story, but that's relational and then responsive. We don't just come up with programs like transportation, nutrition, college counseling, mental health support, this case management, crisis response. We don't just make it up. It's been through 12 years of trial and error, being responsive to community need and structuring our program in a way where students can truly thrive, because rugby's not good enough to get the attention and time of folks that are struggling. Come try this strange sport, get injured, pay money. Absolutely not. We break down those barriers and we invest deeply, long term. And that's responsive, right? And then, of course, relentless. We were urban educators. We did this as volunteers for 7 years before we ever left the classroom and went full time. And we have just You know, a lot of folks view our organization as a really well-oiled machine. They think we have a lot of capacity. We've only just ever outkicked our coverage. Our budget's always been here, and our impact has always been here because we have absolutely relentless staff members, and those alumni come and they join our staff. We have alumni on the full-time staff now. Most of our coaches are alumni. When you come here and see games, yeah, watch the kids, but also watch the coaches because they are our young people who came through the program. All right, I'm gonna stop going off, y'all. Just want to challenge y'all. Okay, we give 3 R's and give you 3 challenges. One is to the MICR staff here. If you're an MICR staff member, can you raise your hand? We have amazingly talented staff, coaches. So thank you. I'm going to issue a challenge with the 3 R's, 3 challenges. It's the staff to make year 13 of Memphis Intercity Rugby, and with this new field, the best and most impactful year yet. Grind and dig deep to support one of the most talented and unsung heroes in Memphis, Andrea Wensitz. She needs support. This is going to be a huge year. So let's dig deep this year, staff. That's my challenge to you. And to the players, do we have MICR teammates here today? Came after school? I know we don't have many right now, but awesome. Give them a round of applause. To the teammates, take advantage of this field. Inspire your teammates in the hallways. Hold your teammates accountable. Turn in the assignments so you can get some game time on Saturday, right? Communicate with your teacher ahead of time. Talk to your folks. Let's elevate all of our performance levels in the classroom, on the field. When we come here to compete, let's kick some butt on the field, okay? So that's my challenge to the players. And finally, to the supporters. Please double and triple down your support of this organization that will constantly outperform any resource and expectation put on us. You know, Slingshot Memphis shows that we're creating $2 and how many cents? $2.30 of poverty fighting impact for every $1 invested. And that number never surprised us because we always knew that this organization was special in its design, its people, its program, and now its legacy here at Vance. I'm so thankful, Mayor Harris and everybody involved with this. This is truly a special moment. And I want to introduce one of my favorite people in the world who's a real hero to me. And you'll see why when you meet TJ Hampton.